Okay, so in the same footpath as the Michelia, I beg your pardon, the Melaleuca cajaputi. Here, look at this. We've got Livistona chinensis in a container, in a pot. Right now, you compare those to the ones we looked at in Moiwar. You know, you see how restricted. What happens to it when it's restricted in a container with a small soil volume that can easily dry out. So it's really, you know, like a miniature version, right? It's very. There's a few more over here that are not happy in those pots. You know, I mean, they're still valid. You know, to put them in pots, but they're much happier when they're in the ground. So Livistona chinensis. I mean, you wouldn't even think it was the same species by glancing at it. And around at the bottom of it, in the pot itself, is another thing on your list, which is asparagus fern. Asparagus densiflorus sprengeri. Asparagus densiflorus sprengeri. And then you see how this is a great hanger over, right? So of course they keep cutting it back, you know, which just drives me nuts. But it's actually a very good kind of dangler for hanging over the edge of containers and pots and dwarf walls and what have you, and can hide the ugly wall if it's allowed to. Of course, they keep cutting it back. But this is a Asparagus densiflorus sprengeri, which is a ground cover, and then just over here, I've just noticed that there's, on this one, you can see that occasionally it has little red berries. There's one red berry, right? So you can see there. In the summer, it sort of has little frizzy white flowers, which I can't see at the moment, followed by these berries. It's a great, very tough ground cover. I mean, it's really useful and tough. Don't stick your hand in and rummage around. It has little very tiny spikes on it, which make it quite uncomfortable to play around with. Okay, so that is Livistona chinensis and Asparagus densiflorus sprengeri.